Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie and this is Three Swords Tarot. This is also literally, I think, the 10th time I've attempted this video. And I just need to get to the point because my bread and butter, the thing I am the most passionate about is new beginnings. And I don't know if you know about a life path number or not, if you're used to this or you're aware of it, but apparently we all have life path numbers. You take the day you were born, the month you were born, and then the year you were born. Or if you are European, the month you were born, the day you were born, the year you were born, and you add it all together, and then you keep adding it till you get a single digit. You stop, you don't keep adding to get to a single number if your number is like 1 1 or 2 2 or 3. If you have repeating numbers or like the same number, you're good. Stop. But for me, I'm a 10, but 0, it can't be a double digit, and zeros kind of technically don't exist in numerology. They can be also new beginnings, they can be portals, whatever, but for the most part it's 1 through 9 in numerology, and ones are new beginnings, and I'm a life path 1, and generally life path 1s are seen as the leaders. Sure. I don't resonate with that, although I am a North Node Leo, so that's interesting for me, but we'll get into that later, maybe one day. I'm not an astrologer, I'm not an astrology girl, I'm not even really a numerologist. I just know that I have a math handicap. It is, I forget what it's called, but it's basically dyslexia for math. Like, math numbers in a mathematical sense don't mean anything to me. They're literally gobbledygook. I don't understand it. But numbers mean everything. Numbers on a spiritual level, they're always talking to me. They're talking to me to such an extent that some days I just am like, please stop. I can't anymore. I just get really frustrated some days. I'm like, I look and there's a number and I'm like, fuck. I look over here and there's a number, it's saying something else, and I'm like, stop. I'm tired. Let me just get to the grocery store, for God's sake. Anyway, moving this conversation forward, I'm a big fan of new beginnings, and I am trying to get the motivation and get the fear out of my body to start a website and to start a business where I coach people. And I definitely really want to help people with new beginnings to walk away from negativity and negative mindsets, negative people, negative places, negative frames of mind, and choose radical acts of self-love and self-compassion and self-forgiveness, and to step in a whole new way of being. I love new beginnings, goddammit. Pardon my language. And 2026 is a universal year 1, which means that the whole year is about preparing yourself for a new beginning. It's about planting those seeds for your new beginning. So the next 9, it's about planting the seeds it's about planting the seeds that you will then tend to grow and then harvest in 9 years from now. Right? 2034, if I'm correct. I will put a little number here. Like I said, I can't do math, y'all. I can't do math. So let's just say it's 2034, and if I'm wrong, I will correct it here somewhere. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm so chaotic. I have some chores I'm doing, and my tofu is being squished right now, and I want to be available to go back and pour the stuff out. We're gonna get back on topic. We're gonna get back on topic. And kind of running concurrent to me being excited about 2026 being a year 1 has been me watching a lot of videos about how New Year's resolutions can be really not a good idea, because they're ways for us to fail ourselves and make ourselves feel like shit. and how like more and more people are like, I'm embracing like not setting New Year's goals, which I love in a lot of ways, because you never have to have a goal. You never have to be working towards anything, y'all. You can just exist. Just existing is a goal, I think. Feeling safe to just exist. Feeling safe to not have to be like working towards something. Feeling safe to not be hustling and being a girl boss and all that. I mean, I think that is incredibly valid. However, I also think there's a fine line that you walk, where you can lovingly and compassionately and slowly work your way towards a goal, while also just giving yourself moments to exist and be, right? And the reason why I'm so passionate about setting goals and intentions, especially at the beginning of a new year, is because I think a lot of us are running on autopilot. And if you're like, nuh-uh, I'm a hustler, I'm hustling, I'm not an autopilot, I'm making my dreams come true. The thing that makes me kind of pump the brakes on that is, are you sure they're your dreams? Right? And I'm coming from a point of view where I am just recently realizing that 2021, I made my very first, 2023, I made my first ever vision board. Yeah, I made it as big as I wanted it to be. I also created a playlist of songs that I wanted to listen to, that made me, like, if my life were a movie, if me achieving my dreams were a movie, and they were gonna do like one of those corny 80s what's it called, music montage, a montage of me achieving my goal and being like having the dream life I always wanted, what songs would play for this, right? And I created the playlist alongside this massive scrolling Pinterest vision board. And I've been looking back at it. I looked at it every day for like a year. And I don't regret that vision board, but there's a lot of luxury in there. There's a lot of like luxury handbags, a lot of like Porsches, stacks of money, stuff like that. And I mean, in a lot of ways, those Porsches and stacks of money were not like because I literally wanted a Porsche. It was me trying to like get used to seeing. I realize now, in a way, I don't think I'm like literally scientifically doing it right, but in a way, I was kind of like working on my nervous system. Because before, when I saw luxury items, I got anxious. I got really anxious. It made me nervous to think about being around rich people and to think about being around wealth. And I've learned that like you can't manifest what your nervous system isn't prepared to manifest. So if you're not prepared to, like, if your nervous system would freak out at getting $1 million, you're not gonna get the $1 million. Like, you have to prepare your nervous system. You have to prepare yourself psychologically to be able to handle the world in which you're living in. And when I went to London in December, y'all, I ended up in some neighborhoods where there were some insanely wealthy people, and my nervous system could not handle it. I was not, I felt really dumb. I stayed at a hotel. I got myself a really nice hotel because I wasn't sure if my health would last. And I wanted to be in a hotel room with a view. And I got a hotel room with a view of the Tower Bridge. And it was beautiful, but it cost me hell. It cost me so much. At the time when I booked it, I was like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that much money. But then I just bought a MacBook Pro, and the MacBook Pro was just slightly more expensive than my hotel room, and I was like, girl, what did you do? And there were a lot of people that were wealthy there. I remember eating breakfast and looking out the window, and there was just like this G-Wagon roll. It's like G-Wagon rolled up. This G-Wagon rolled up like no big deal. And I was like, oh, honey. Oh, honey. Like, oh, sweetie pie. Okay. It's okay. Calm down. You know? And, yeah, and so in a lot of ways, I'm really proud of that vision board because, you know, but at the same time, I have to ask myself, like, do I want a Porsche? I don't think I do. I wouldn't mind a Mercedes-Benz. I've always liked the little, like, circle with, I've always liked that little, like, I just like Mercedes-Benz. Don't hate me. But like now that I'm actually car shopping, I'm like, I really like Hondas. I like a Honda, y'all. A friend of mine has a Honda. I park next to him every day at work. And every day I park next to him. I'm like, your car is so sexy. I think it's a CRV. I feel really weird calling it a C. I don't know what the hell it is, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's hot. He's a hot guy, though. That might be why. He's a really, really hot guy. So maybe I'm just, like, projecting my attraction to him onto his car. But anyway. But anyway, getting back to the point that I'm trying to make before this video is an hour long and I can't upload it. I gotta go. Damn it! My parents are home. We'll get back to this. Okay, sorry, my parents came home and they were grocery shopping and they can't know what my YouTube channel is about because they are devoutly Christian. And yeah, my shit doesn't fly. Anyway, moving on. Sorry if I swear, you guys. I like swearing. I think it's a condition of being raised by devoutly Christian parents. I think the more you tell your child not to do or be something, the more you just contractually, with the universe, make them be that person. I'm pretty sure it's just like a law of the universe. The more you shut a child down around something, the more they're like, okay, I'll do that. Anyway, the point that I was making was, if it hadn't been... Like, last year, I was just last year I fell on autopilot because I made luxury be, like, my gold star standard. Last year, I kind of lost track of what I was trying to accomplish and who I wanted to be. I got off track, hardcore, and I ended up spending a lot of money. And in a lot of ways, that money spent was, I think, brilliant. I will not go into that now. I have been trying so hard to shame myself for the money I spent last year. I can't do it. But again, I will talk about that because I want to talk about manifesting money and some things I've been seeing on... I don't have TikTok, but I watch this one YouTuber talk about the manifestation conversations on TikTok, and I was really appalled at what I saw. I cannot believe there are people out there preaching this shit. And I was like, oh. Anyway, but I kind of lost track of what I'm actually trying to do, what I'm trying to build. And it was through really trying to prepare myself for 2026 and really trying to get things back to a place where I felt good and getting myself back on track, that I once again realized that I was an autopilot. I thought I was choosing things because I wanted it, but I was choosing it because I was told this is what I should want. You want to be financially stable, then what you really want is to be wealthy beyond what is not reasonable. I think we have the right to want to be millionaires. Why not? We need people who have money, who make better decisions with it, right? Although sometimes I wonder if that's what we're really trying to do. Like, that's a different story. We're not going to talk about that in this video. But I kind of lost track of why I wanted money. Like, what a life where I'm not fighting for my money and feeling afraid for money, like what that would look like and what I wanted that to look like. And I started to try to manifest someone else's dream. And I am having to pivot. But I would never have gotten there if I hadn't been like, ooh, New Year's, let's reevaluate, let's take stock. What are we doing? Where are we trying to go? Let's revisit old dreams and see if they still align with us today. And, you know, and there's no shame. I refuse to feel ashamed for the Porsches I have on my other. I haven't even deleted them. I haven't even deleted them because I love that girl in starting to finally put stock in her ability to make her dreams happen. I love that she went big and bold. I love it. It wasn't her dream, but that's okay. She still was like, I can have this. I can do this. I'm gonna do this. And I love that. I honor that. But Stephanie today is like, I don't think that was my dream. And I'm gonna start planting seeds in 2026. I'm gonna work this entire year. I have no goals this year but to make goals. If that makes any sense, right? My goal at the end of the year is to have a goal. Is to really finally get to know who I really am, not on autopilot, and to start planting those seeds instead. You know, and I just think that we should be talking about this more. I think regardless of if you're spiritual or if you are into numerology, I think there is nothing wrong with universally, collectively agreeing that we can just take a year off and say, I believe in goal setting, I believe in intention setting, and I believe that I can do what I want. I just need to remember that there is no wrong answer. The wrong answer is only to give up and say that trying to set goals is toxic. It's the goal itself isn't toxic. You know, because I was trying to say it earlier that the conversations around goal setting are considered toxic. Well, yeah, no. The conversations were saying that goal setting in the new year is a toxic thing to do. But I just don't agree. I think it can be. I think it definitely can be. But let's work together this year on making goal setting not toxic, but empowering and liberating. And let's remember that we can make mistakes. We can change our minds. Oh my God, you can change your mind. You can change your mind at any old time of the day. You can do it at the beginning of the year. You can do it at the end of the year. You can do it in the middle of the year. You can do it tomorrow. You can do it in the middle of your sentence. You could be having a conversation and then become hyper aware of the conversation you're having. And you can be like, you know what? No, I'm tired of these conversations and I'm dropping this conversation and I'm going to walk away. And you can either come with me and we can do something else, or you can stay behind and find someone else to have these kinds of conversations with, but it's not going to be me. Goodbye. You know, like at any point, y'all, at any point you can do that. And yeah, I'm excited. I think I said it, I've done this video so many times now I can't remember what I said. I do think I remember telling you I'm a life path 1. And I'm also a personal year 1. I can't remember if I told you about the personal year 1. If I haven't, just like Google it. But we collectively are a universal year 1. I'm a life path 1, and I am a personal life path. I'm a personal year 1. And maybe I'm just feeling it a little more than everyone else. Maybe that's that. Maybe my alone, maybe me alone is supposed to feel this excited, but I'm sharing it. Damn it. Why? Because I have a camera and I have a YouTube channel and I'm going to upload this and I'm going to try to inspire you to consider making this entire year the year that you stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and reevaluate. What are you doing? What are you doing right here, right now? Are you okay with it? Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay with this? Are you okay? You can totally be okay with it. If you're cool with it, keep going. Keep going. Strut off and be like, I'm good. I am so good. If you're not okay, think about where you're gonna end up if you don't change anything, and ask yourself, are you really okay with that? And if you're not okay with any of it, that's okay. That's okay. That's fair. That I can tell you from personal experience, I've been there and I've made changes, and I am making changes again. I am making changes again, y'all. Because once again, I woke up and I'm like, whoo, I autopiloted it again, and I'm not okay. And yeah, I'm so excited to do this, and I'm excited to be here in a year one, and a life path one, and a personal year one, and I'm excited to show you at the end of the year where I think I'm headed for the next 9 years. I'm excited, and I really encourage you to join me. And at the end of the year, to let me know. I'm gonna set I'm on my phone. When this is done, I'm gonna set that date on my calendar, so I remember to do a video where I tell you about where I'm going for the next 9 years. I have an idea, but we're still working on it. So okay, that's my video for now, my friends. Sorry, it's been literally all over the house, all over the place, all over the house. But I'm grateful for you being here. I hope it helped. I hope it inspired you, or at least got the little cranks cranking in your head. And I will see you in the next video, which should be in Tia Tarot, because I almost sounded like Tarantino. Tia Tarot. Tarantino Tia Tarot. Oh my god, I've never seen a Tarantino movie because I can't handle violence. No, maybe one day I will watch a Tarantino movie and then I'll let you know how it went. It won't have gone well, I promise you. Okay, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Ah!